you. It's been over 4 years since we started this effort, believe it or not, and we've been raising public awareness, raising the money, buying it, and now we're going to restore it. Mr. Edwards, tear down that wall.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow.
Chuck talked about the Fox like it was his own, like it was a child, and a child on life support.
He didn't like the fact that people were just willing to write this thing off, and tear it down.
We certainly wouldn't be here today where we are without him.
I went to the Fox Theatre when I was a kid, so I had a lot of memories, and I went to some hearings that the city had back probably in the late 90s. You know, people were talking about knocking it down and everything. I wrote a letter to the Fullerton Observer saying basically, you know, come on, we can't let this happen. And as a result, I got calls from a number of people, had our first meeting on September 25th, 2001, and you know the rest.
He was pretty mad. People want to tear down things that are old because they're ugly or they cost too much money to restore to make them beautiful again.
In the beginning, we were getting just 9 out of 10 people derision, scorn, you know. The politest was, why do you want to waste your time? But I had a feeling that there was a lot of deep sentiment for that building in this community, and that all we had to do was let people know that building's in danger. And once we got that message across to people, I believed, rightly as it turned out, that people would say, what can we do? I agree with Bob that it's important to be flexible, but I think we have to also keep things in proportion.
I always think of him as kind of a take no prisoners maverick. Not that he wasn't compromising, but he could be uncompromising. But he would stand by his principles, and I think that was, in large part, his passion for this theater.
I think we should try to preserve this place as much as possible, because so all I'm saying is I think we have to keep this at the forefront of the dialogue.
Chuck had conviction, you know, and it was hard to change his mind, and for the most part we never did. But always you respected his passion for this project and what it meant. Well, Chuck was ecstatic, never had any doubts. It was too good of a place, an opportunity, and too great of a downtown not to be successful.
And I think we were all ready to chain ourselves to the fence if it hadn't succeeded.
You can't name me any kind of a high-density, mixed-use building that you're going to put up on that corner that's going to be as unique as the Fox complex. And we have a chance to do some really amazing things, considering it's a film and live venue. The possibilities are almost literally endless. I want to welcome you all here tonight. My name is Chuck Estes. I'm the founder and vice president of Fullerton Historic Theatre Foundation.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere can you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow.
was the embodiment of what is good about this project.
The most valuable lesson I've learned is that one person can make a difference still.
When I think of Chuck, he's just a great guy. He'll be missed by many and certainly by the foundation.